Hi, I'm Graham, welcome to Man vs Film. This is going to be a movie review for Crimson Peak.
Man vs Film.
Now, Crimson Peak is Guillermo del Toro's attempt at a big gothic romantic horror movie, kind of thing that you haven't seen in years. It was done lots in the 50s, really done a lot in the 30s as well, but it's not something that really arrives on the big screen much these days. Now, the story arrives around a young girl, Edith Cushing, played by Mia Wasikowska, and she has this ability to see ghosts. Not all the time, but she has seen a couple throughout her life. Now, she lives with her father in Buffalo, New York, and her life is turned upside down when Lord Thomas Sharp arrives. That's played by Tom Hiddleston. He'd bring along with his sister as well, Lucy Sharp, played by Jessica Chastain. Now, he's there to raise money for this mining operation he's got back on his land in England. Now, things happen and suddenly Edith is left alone. Her father dies mysteriously and she doesn't know where to turn. She falls in love with Thomas and decides to marry him and move back to England with him and her sister and live in their stately home. But the stately home is one of the greatest sets I've seen in a long while. It's this big, massive, stately mansion that's really in a form of dilapidation. It's not been looked after. It turns out that the Sharp family are broke. They don't have the money to keep up the repairs and things like that. So they're trying to get the money out of Edith's character because she's just been left a large sum of money in the will. So the building itself is a spooky, multi-layered. It's got a big, massive hole in the ceiling that's allowing in whatever weather's coming, whether it be leaves, whether it be snow. It's falling inside the building, which is a great image itself, you know, weather forming inside of an enclosed building. And that's where things take a turn for the dark side and a little bit of gothic, more gothic and more horror elements come into the story at that play. I don't want to waste the movie for you if you haven't seen it as yet. The best thing about Crimson Peak is its production itself. The sets are absolutely fantastic and they look tangible and they don't look like huge CGI creation. They look tangible. They look as if it's a huge, mega constructed set that has real depth and feeling to it. It looks as if it's been lived in it. It looks as if it's been around for hundreds of years. The clothes that the cast wear are absolutely beautiful, elegant, huge gowns, tight suits, really sharply tailored. One of my favourite settings in the movie, apart from the manor itself, is Buffalo, New York. It looks like a real lived-in environment, which is strange to get in these movies. It can be a bit, whether it's colour tweaking or whether it's not quite, 100% realistic looking. This looks fantastic. It looks like a great town to live in and a great period to live in. As for the performances themselves, Mia Wasikowska is okay. I've seen her better before and I don't think she's given her best in this movie. Jessica Chastain is good as she always is, and this is a kind of different role for her. It really comes through as an energetic performance in it. But by far the best, the person that walks away and can actually hold her head high is Tom Hiddleston, who isn't given much to work with. His character does have general tropes that you've seen in these kind of movies, but he really elevates him a little bit and he does really well. The story itself I found rather languid and underwhelming. I was hoping for so much more. It's a tale that I've seen before. I can't put my finger on it. I've seen a movie that touches on all these story points and I just can't think what it is at the moment. I can't think of its title, but I know I've seen something like this similarly before. There's certain things that it does that I feel that it takes away from it. The ghosts they look fantastic, but you get to see them for too long. They're on screen for a minute or a couple of minutes at a time, whereas you see in other horror movies, a glimpse of something can be more terrifying. When you have time to analyse it and look at it, you're going, wow. Initially you're going, oh my god, that's terrifying, and then it settles in and then you're looking at it and you're going like, that's really cool, I wonder how they did that. And it takes away the feeling from the movie. And the ghosts are, as start, terrifying and uniquely designed, something I haven't seen before, but ultimately the scare factor of them loses away. Now, if you think you're going into a ghost movie, you're wrong. This is a story that has ghosts in it. Ultimately, I found Crimson Peak to be a little bit disappointing. Other than looking fantastic, I found there was very little substance underneath that. Is it worth seeing if you're a Del Toro fan? Absolutely. I'm going to give Crimson Peak 3 out of 5 and I will see you next time on Man vs Film.
Man vs Film.